But I am Matt, the Helpful Home Inspector, coming at you from our studio up in Hartford today. We have another inspector from our company, Mike Severson, coming in here helping us out today, giving you guys some tips and tricks. How's it going, dude?
Doing all right.
Mike just got out of a tree. He's a big deer hunter, so he was up there watching Find Bambi or
Not Bambi.
Daddy Bambi.
Yeah.
What Daddy Bambi? I don't know.
Yeah, Mom and Dad.
Mom and Dad. Yeah. But no success today. He was just doing a lot of looking. And cold, and we had a lot of snow. We had a bunch of first snow of the year.
Yeah.
A bunch of snow. There's probably
like 12 snowstorms.
It's
It's on and then off.
Yeah,
On and then
on and off. But we probably have 2-3 inches sitting on the grass outside. I mean, it'll probably melt in the next couple of days. But yeah, it is that time. It is October 31st, 2023. It is time to get your house ready for winter, and that's going to be our main topic today. We're going to be giving you all the tips and tricks that you need to do to maintain and take care of your house and get it ready for winter today. All right, we're going to go through all the different parts of your house and all the things you should be doing, and some of the things you might have already done, some of the things you might not even know you should be doing, but you should. And we're going to go through all that stuff. If you guys have any questions about any of the things that we're going to talk about or anything about your house, feel free to drop it in the comments down below. We'll be happy to help you out with that. If you like our show, you appreciate our content, hit the subscribe button down below. That will basically let you know when we have new videos coming out. Now, as far as the home goes, there is homes that have the garage attached, and there's homes that have the garage not attached. Some garages are heated, some are not. My garage is not heated, but it's attached to the house, so I get some ambient heat loss from the house into the garage because my garage, I have bedrooms above my garage, so everything's insulated, So I do have a moderate temperature on the in the garage, but there is people that have that detached garage that have nothing, so it's going to be just as cold outside as it is in the garage, minus wind chill and stuff like that. We have things in the garage, right? Okay, and when we have things in the garage, we got to make sure we're managing that. So when we have steel tools, right, even though the tool is in the garage, it can still rust and deteriorate, especially if like your garage is near an area where you're salting and things like that. The salt, as that water with the salt evaporates, that salt can deposit on steel equipment and stuff and cause rusting. So oiling up any steel tools, if you have a shovel and things like that, putting just a little bit of oil on the surface of it is going to help it last longer, perform better. Put rust away packets in tool cabinets. Do you do that, Mike? No? You ever seen those before?
I believe so.
Yeah,
I've never used them.
The little rust away tabs, or they have tabs where they're just cardboard, but they also have little packets like desiccant packets almost kind of,
okay.
and that are going to absorb the moisture and stuff, so that it doesn't rust your tools that are in your tool cabinet out in the garage. So not a bad thing, and kind of cheap too. I mean, we get those desiccant packets and everything, right? We're talking about the little white packets that you get in with your pair of shoes. You know what I mean? And
I usually throw those in my gun safe.
We're worried about protecting his guns and his tools. I got it. Okay. But ultimately, you can take a couple of those, just throw those in your toolbox, and make sure that those tools aren't getting rusted and stuff. Otherwise, oiling up your tools and oiling up your hammers and all that kind of stuff a little bit. You don't have to be dripping in oil. You're just talking about putting in a thin layer of oil on top of it. Lubricating grease all joints on equipment. So if you have a snowblower, even when you're putting your lawnmower away, greasing up all the grease zerks and things like that to make sure things are going to be well lubricated. All gas engines, when you're storing them, you want to make sure that you're running some, either like a fuel additive that's going to make the gas perform. Stable, Seafoam. There's a couple of other types out there. We have a video where we talked with the mobile repair guys, Russ Benzer, and we talked about all the different types of stabilizers that we can put in our fuel to make our lawn equipment, things like that, be ready for us in springtime, and not have that fuel just be deteriorated, because the fuel, I mean, you buy gas at the gas station, you're talking a month, maybe two, before that gas starts to deteriorate, and it may not operate real well. Also, when it comes to your snowblower, you want to make sure to get that snowblower out, run it with a little bit of, get some fresh gas running through that thing, get it running for a good 15, 20, 30 minutes, let it run and work that all through there. And then also lubricating that snowblower, your wheels and all the mechanisms and things like that, but also lubricating the chute. So spraying some, cooking oil in there and things like that is going to help lubricate that. so you don't get as much jammed packed snow. In the beginning of winter is when you have more of those, and at the end of winter we have those soft snows, where it really gets packed in there. It can jam up your snowblower. Never want to reach your hand in there. Always make sure you have some sort of a stick that you can stick in there, even if the snowblower is off. That could be under tension, and then that turns and it could take you out in no short time. Lubricating your shovels. So we have plastic shovels, and people have aluminum shovels. By putting a little bit of lubricant on those as well. I'm not talking about personal lubricant, Mike. We're talking about like spray, cooking spray. All right, and just spray that on there. It's going to help the snow not stick and stuff. Checking your tire pressure, not only on your snowblower but also in your vehicles. Right? What happens with tire pressure? You're a car guy, Mike. What happens with tire pressure in the wintertime?
It drops.
Slightly. Right?
A little bit.
No, not terrible. You're talking what 3 pounds?
PSI, yeah,
something like that. But topping that off and making sure that those tires are in good condition as well, that you're ready for winter. The penny test. What's the penny test, Mike?
Penny test.
For your tires, tire tread.
I always look for the wear bar.
Okay, so Mike's looking for a wear bar. People don't know what a wear bar is, Mike. Okay, so if you take a penny and you stick it upside down with Abraham Lincoln, if you can put it in there and you can see the top of his head, your tire tread is too low and you need to get new tires.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So
can't see the top of his
head. Can't see the top of his head, you're good. If you can see the top of his head, your tires are too low. And then if you have uneven wear, so if you have a bald tire on the outside, not the inside, well, the bald side is inside that's touching the ground. That's why it's bald. So you have an alignment problem, that you need to go take it in and get looked at. But taking your car in to get a winter tune-up, not a bad deal. You get that oil change, and they'll look at your tires and stuff, check your brakes out. Not an entirely bad idea. Checking your garage cables, doors. The garage doors basically have these cables on the side of them. They're going to have a torsion bar, or they're going to have a spring set, and ultimately those springs are more likely to break in the wintertime because that brittle, the cold makes that metal more brittle. So if you have old springs, it's more likely that they're going to break or get damaged at that point in time. So checking that garage door, and then also lubricating up the hinges and things like that, the rollers, making sure that that's all going to be good to go for the winter time would be a really good idea. So that is getting your garage ready for winter. Did I miss anything in there? That's about it. If you are having salt damage issues in your garage, you could put a sealant on the garage floor, and then epoxy floors are awesome. I might come across those sometimes.
Yeah.
They're
expensive.
Hint, hint, wink, wink. So that is getting your garage ready for winter. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, drop it in the comments down below. Send me an email at thehelpfulhomesteader@gmail.com. Really appreciate you guys watching. Mike, thanks for coming out today, man. Climbing out of that tree. And you literally climbed out of the tree and came to the show tonight.
Yeah.
So I appreciate you. Yeah, appreciate you. Hopefully the daddy buck will find his way. That big 30-pointer will come up to your stand and say, "Hey, Mike, how's it going?" I don't know if that's going to happen.
I don't know about 30.
It's the biggest one you've seen? Only 14, 10, 12? You've seen a 12-pointer. You got a 12-pointer out there. Yeah. But it's cool. But thank you much for tuning in, you guys. Remember, the better you take care of your house, the better it's going to take care of you. We'll see you at the next one.